Yamuna Dhira Vanachari Yamuna Dhira Vanachari Jayada Madhava Manjari Jaya Radha Madhava Manjari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarana Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarana Yasodhanandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Bhaja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Dhira Yamuna Dhira Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Radhe Saka Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Radhe Saka Jaya Radhe Radhe Saka Jaya Radhe Shyam Radhe Radhe Saka Jaya Radhe Shyam Jaya Gora Nita Jaya Gora Nita Gora Nita Jaya Gora Nita Jai Gora Nitai, Gora Nitai, Gora Nitai, Jai Gora Nitai. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Guru Jaya Hari Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gora Hari Bol Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jagacharya Astut Versita Sisimari Divine Grace ISKCON founder Acharya Jagadguru A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jagacharya Astut Versita Sisimari Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Kuri Vaishnavrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridasa Kura Ki Prem Guru Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Gauravadan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Narayanam Namaskritya Haram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Prayesha Badresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Suluki Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Jnanatirmirandasya Jnanandjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manodisam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Kadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yudaparakam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Chan Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Sahadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakanandita He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tata Kancha Gaurani Radhi Vrindavan Visavana Sukhi Namani Hari Vanchakotadayo Vishya Kripa Sandhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnayo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sivasari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8. Dhira Maharaj leaves home, text 33. 33. Yasya yat daiva vihitam Yasya yat daiva vihitam Satena sukha dukhayo Satena sukha dukhayo Atmanantu sayandehi Atmanantu sayandehi Tamasa paramrichati Tamasa paramrichati Yasya yadaiva vihitam Satena sukha dukhayo Atmanantu sayandehi Tamasa param richati
Yasya yadeva vihitam Satena sukha dukhayo
Atmanam dosayandehi
Tamasa param
richati
Yasya yadaiva vihitam
Satena sukha dukhayo Atmanam dosayandehi Tamasa param richati. Mataji. Yasya yadaiva vihitam Satena sukha dukhayo Atmanam dosayandehi Tamasa param richati. Yasya, anyone, yat, that which, Deva, by destiny, Vihitam, destined, Saha, such a person, Tena, by that, Shukadukayo, happiness or distress, Atmanam, oneself, Tosayan, being satisfied, Dehi, an embodied soul, tamasa of the darkness, param to the other side, richati crosses. Translation and purport by Divine Bhakti Swami Prabhupada ki jai. One should try to keep himself satisfied in any condition of life, whether distress or happiness, which is offered by the Supreme Will. A person who endures in this way is able to cross over the darkness of nations very easily. Please repeat. One should keep himself satisfied in any condition of life, whether distress or happiness, which is offered by the Supreme Will. A person who endures in this way is able to cross over the darkness of nations very easily. Purport. Material existence consists of pious and impious fruitive activities. As long as one is engaged in any kind of activity other than devotional service, it will result in the happiness and distress of this material world. When we enjoy life in so-called material happiness, it is to be understood that we are diminishing the resultant actions of our pious activities. And when we are put into suffering, it is to be understood that we are diminishing the resultant actions of our impious activities. Instead of being attached to the circumstantial happiness and distress resulting from pious or impious activities, we want to get out of the clutches of these nations. Then, whatever position we are put in, by the will of the Lord, we should accept. Thus, if we simply surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we shall get out of the clutches of this material existence. That is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 33 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, entitled Dhruva Maharaj Leaves Home. Hare Krishna. Very nice instruction. Nice philosophy. If we follow this, we will not be in difficulty in this world if we can follow this. But this instruction is for a Brahmana, not a Kshatriya. A Brahmana can understand this. It's also part of the test that Muni is giving to his disciple, Dhruva Maharaj. One should try to keep one himself satisfied in any condition of life. A conditioned soul cannot do this, cannot understand this. Only a liberated soul can understand that I should not increase my karma. I should not increase my karma, said the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. He said, saintly people should not increase their karma. We should not. Means what? Do not try to counteract any negative situation. Don't try to counteract it. Don't do that. We're interfering with nature's law. Or, as His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj said, we're interfering with the arrangement Krishna has made to help us. We're pushing it away. So what Narada Muni is telling Dhira Maharaj in this verse is, the insult you got from your mother is a reaction of your past activities. Why are you trying to increase it? Leave it as it is and be satisfied with it. In this way, Prabhupada said, when we are put into suffering, it is to be understood that we are diminishing the resultant actions of our impious activities. The insult you have gotten from your mother is providential. It's a result of what we have performed in the past life. Why are you trying to increase it? Accept it that you are diminishing the karma. So want to be happy. Wants to be happy that my karma is going. I'm paying off my debt. So let me finish the debt and be free. Why do I want to increase it? If you postpone the debt, okay, I owe someone, and the person come after me. It is 3 months you promised me. Today is the third month. Pay my money. Oh, excuse me. I still have so many problems. Can you give me more 3 months? The person says, okay, yes, no problem. Next month. I have not finished payment. It is just postponed. After 3 months, he will come again. Intelligent persons should pay the debt and be free. This is what Narada Muni is teaching us by using Dhira Maharaj. Pay the debt and be free. On the Ekadashi day is the day we can pay heavily our karma. If you want to finish our karma on time, Ekadashi is recommended throughout the scriptures and saintly persons. So it is called the day of Lord Hari. The day of Lord Hari. To liquidate our debt. It is very easy to borrow money. Very easy, very sweet to borrow money. Very, very difficult to pay back. It's very easy when we are committing sinful activities. Very easy. We are enjoying. It is enjoyment. But when the result comes for payment, it is not sweet. It is not sweet. It is very, very bitter. So many devotees doesn't like Ekadashi. And good example is, Here in India, there is a temple who will have 51 preparations on the Ekadasi day. What is that? Don't observe this Ekadasi. On other days, 4 or 5 preparations. Ekadasi 51, 5-1. What is that? What does that mean? What is the message? Don't pay your debt. Remain here as conditions and suffer. That's the message. We don't want to pay debt. A gentleman should pay the debt. Pay the debt and be free. This is what the one is teaching. A devotee should keep himself satisfied. In any condition, either good or bad. A devotee has the knowledge that, yes, what I'm experiencing now, it is the result of my past life. In some cases, it may appear that we did not do what we are being accused of. We didn't do it. Innocent. The word innocent, this word innocent, is due to ignorance. That's ignorance. What is innocent? What is innocent? That I have forgotten the debt I owe, and somebody has come to ask me for it. That's innocent. I'm owing a very heavy debt. I've forgotten it. So you come to remind me about it. You know, I don't know about that. That's innocent. We are not innocent. This lifetime, I may not have done what I'm being accused. But what about the past life? Or the previous life? The past one, I have done it because nothing happened by chance. There is a cause for everything. I may have forgotten it. That is okay that we have forgotten, but the truth is that Yamaraj will not forget. We can forget, but Yamaraj will not forget. He who feels it knows it. The person who has borrowed us the money knows that we owe him. I may forget, but the person who gave the money knows, because he wrote it down. He put it in a record there, and you'll check. Yeah, I gave this thing to this person, to this person, to this person. So, this is the time I should go and ask for my money. Yes. That was the reason why King Niriga, let me finish with all the bad ones so I can go to enjoy it. So the Prabhupada condemned him anyway. Prabhupada condemned him, he's less intelligent. He's less intelligent. But let me pay off my debt first, then I can have my life to enjoy. In the process of enjoying also, we'll create more nonsense things. We'll make more. So, a devotee should understand the duality of material existence, and work out the ways how to get out. How to get out. Trying to undo the obstacles material energy is given to us is not civilization. We are simply trying to undo the obstacles material energy is imposing on us. We should try to live a real life, live a life. To live a life, Prabhupada said, if we want to get out of the clutches of this nation, then whatever position we are put in by the will of the Lord, we should accept. Thus, if we simply surrender unto the supreme presence of Godhead, we shall get out of the clutches of this material existence. Text 34. Gunadikan Buddham Deep said, Anukrosam Gunadamat Nai Mai Trimsa Manad Anbichen Natapai Abipuyate. Every man should act like this. When he meets a person more qualified than himself, he should be very pleased. When he meets someone less qualified than himself, he should be compassionate towards him. And when he meets someone equal to himself, he should make friendship with him. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of this material world. Sundar Devani is giving us the process of getting out from threefold miseries. If we want to get out of threefold miseries, this is the process. We should act in these three ways. Each of these things has positive and negative way. Here it is mentioned, when one meets when one meets a person more qualified than himself, that is who? More qualified. A pure devotee. They meet a pure devotee. The positive side is that we should be pleased. We should be pleased in his presence, because pure devotees, they are concerned about our welfare. They look for our interest at their own great inconvenience. They work for our fortune. They create our fortune. They are existing just like water. Water doesn't drink itself, or fruit. Fruit doesn't take itself. The fruit exists for others. Water exists for others. The pure devotees, they exist for others. Therefore, we should not, the opposite, envy them. Are you pure? Someone said, sannyasis are not free from sex desire. Are they free from sex desire? Someone is asking. Are you sure you are going to be a sannyas this lifetime? Are you sure? You will be a sannyas this lifetime? Why don't you appreciate someone who is there? Why not? Huh? What is wrong with that? Someone do something which you cannot do. Why can't you appreciate? And how do you know if they are not free from? How do you know? What is your yardstick to judge if they are free or not free? How can you tell? Can you tell accurately what is happening? Do you have any measure? If you are a pure devotee, only you can know. So this is a formula for transcending threefold miseries. Do not envy those who are superior to you. Don't envy. Instead, we should be pleased with them. We should be happy with them. We should serve them. Then we will get freed from our contaminations. The pure devotees, they exist just to help others, to make others fortunate. So the opposite is there in all these three. When one meets a person who is on the same level with us, when we meet someone less than us, neophyte. Also, two things. We should be compassionate towards them. Compassion. What is compassion? To show them the path of self-realization. That is compassion. The negative side is that we can exploit them. We can exploit them, become my slave. I can use you as I like. And when one meets someone equal to him, he should make friendship with him. Yes. We should not show off, should not start counting our empires. I have done this, and this, and that. This is me. You not heard of me yet? Didn't hear? No. Let them speak. Let them speak. That's what it means. Being friends. We shouldn't impose ourselves on them. They should be free to speak, express themselves. If we want to speak, we should speak last. Let them speak. Express themselves freely. That's the positive side, not to advertise ourselves. In this way, one is never affected by the threefold miseries of this material world. Prabhupada said in the book, generally, when we find someone more qualified than ourselves, we become envious of him. Envious. When we find someone less qualified, we deride them. See this one, useless. Muda. And when we find someone equal, we become very proud of our activities. These are the causes of all material tribulations. The great sage Narada therefore advised that the devotee should act perfectly. Instead of being envious of a more qualified man, one should be jolly to receive him. Instead of being oppressive to a less qualified man, one should be compassionate towards him just to raise him to the proper standard. So pure devotees, they preach Krishna consciousness. That is the way to show the compassion. They preach extensively because they know our problem in this material world It's not because you don't have money. Our problem is not because you don't have money. Our problem is not because you don't have food. Our problem is not because you don't have a house. Our problem is because I'm not a beautiful, I'm not educated, I'm not famous. Our problems are not all these things. Our problem is no Krishna consciousness. We have no love for Krishna. If you have love for Krishna, everything is finished. Material life finished. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Damodara Pandit, he was coming to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. So first of all, he met Sachimata to get her blessings and also to inform her he's going to see her son. So when he came to Jagannath Puri, Siddhamabu took him one side. Did you see my mother? You saw my mother? You're coming from my mother? Does she have Krishna Prema? She has love of Godhead? Does she have love for Krishna? Tell me. The Damodara Pandit was angry. Why are you asking me this? Your love for God is coming from your mother. Yes. Correct. It is because your mother that you have pure love of God that you are distributing. It is from your mother. Your mother has it. If she doesn't have it, how can she give to you? Whatever you are doing, it is coming from your mother. Suppose she aborted you from the womb, what will you do? What will you do? If your mother aborted you from the womb, what will you do? Will you have this body to preach Christian consciousness? To have Kirtan every day? Will you have the body to do that? So she gave you the life you're living now. But to test me, you're asking me this. Your mother is a pure lover of Krishna. Chaitanya was very happy. Was very happy, very happy. So he said, yes. If one has a kingdom, palace, opulences, crown on the head, everything, fame, subjects, everything, but he has no love of God. The person is useless. This is useless. Just carrying loads. Just carrying load. And what kind of load are we carrying? What kind of load are we carrying? Have you seen a lunatic? Have you seen some lunatic? What is their load? What are the loads you see lunatic carry? What is their load? Yes. It's garbages, all trashes, empty tins, or varieties of tins, of myriad tins of empty tins, varieties of empty tins, empty broken bucket, plastics. And they carry it faithfully, heavily on the dare not go close to them. You'll be finished. That is our situation. As we see them, as we see them, the same way the pure devotees are seeing us. See these people. See these people. What is this? The same way. We are simply dealing with trashes. They're carrying on the on the head. I'm very busy carrying this thing. There's someone come and say, "What? Don't come here. Don't come here. Can you throw this thing away and be free?" No, these are my load. These are my properties. You are envious of me? How many trash cans do you have? I have 50. So you are envious of me. This is how we are competing in this material world. Trashes. We are competing. Is that life? Is that life? Teacher Mahaprabhu said, even if the person have nothing to eat, but the happy love of God, you have everything. You have everything. Yes. Today, Damodara Pandit, you purchase me. You purchase me today. I am sold if you sell me. There are many people told like this. If you sell me, I'm sold. No doubt about it. Damodara Pandit, Vasudev Dutt, Srivas Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, I am your property. If you sell me, I'm sold. I'm sold. There's no doubt about it. It's just the truth. I'm your property. Why they purchased Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? With trashes? With love for Krishna. This is love for Krishna. So, we should be happy to see pure devotees. We should be happy to see devotees who are also the same equal with us. We should be happy to see the devotees who are trying to become Krishna conscious. Our duty is to help them. That is compassion. That is compassion. Pure devotees, they preach Krishna consciousness because they see that our problem is no Krishna. We have no love for Krishna. Therefore, and as a result of this, we are suffering this material. Therefore, they preach. They preach Krishna consciousness. That is their compassion. So Narada Muni is giving this formula. Yes. Instead of being envious of a more qualified man, one should be jolly to receive him. If we are happy to see a devotee, we will have automatic blessing. Automatic blessing. Just be happy. Just be happy to see a devotee. Automatic blessing. One becomes devoid of fortune by hating devotees. By hating devotees, not feeling happy, mistreating devotees, exploiting devotees, one becomes devoid of fortune. So, as devotees, we should be careful, especially our householders who are beating their wives. They should know it is Vaishnava Parat. That's a Parat. Heavy Parat. The whole community will suffer. The whole community, not just you. The whole community will suffer for it. Instead of being oppressive to a less qualified man, one should be compassionate towards him just to raise him to the proper standard. And when one meets an equal, instead of being proud of one's own activities before him, one should treat him as a friend. One should also have compassion for the people in general who are suffering due to forgetfulness of Krishna. These important functions will make one happy within this material world. Hare Krishna. Comments, questions?
I have two questions. First is you were telling about Damodara Pandit. So I've heard and read at many places that he was chastising Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at many places, even though Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was hinting like it was not necessary to chastise. Still he was chastising. So in spite of this, he was able to purchase Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I don't understand this. And second is the other day, you were telling us the seniority of a person we can know by the level of Krishna consciousness. So being conditioned soul, we generally accept the pure devotees, even pure devotees, we have envious nature. So we see ourselves superior to them. Our level of Krishna consciousness is not so high, so we see others inferior to us. So we cannot know the level of the Krishna consciousness. So how can we decide who is senior to us or junior?
When Damodara Pandit misbehaved, we're giving Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instruction. Following etiquette. You are showing mercy to this boy whose mother is a widow, a sannyasi. People are going to blaspheme. Don't do this. You have interest in his mother. You like his mother. So this is a way to get his mother from the child. Stop this. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he is the Supreme Lord. But at the same time, he saw that the other day we mentioned a neophyte devotee should not be too close to a higher devotee. But this is one of the reasons. We will not see his nature. We are going to see him like us. So we easily make offense. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent him to his mother. Go and serve my mother. So he went back to Bengal. Nowadays, so he was serving such a mother there. It is there he got purified to be elevated in consciousness. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that. When we are corrected, chastised, it is a mercy or the father on the children. That's a mercy. Because we are conditioned, we are ungrateful, we don't see it like that. It is due to ungratefulness or ignorance, our dull nature. Chastisement is a mercy, is a love the father has for the children. And when one accepts that correction, you get promoted. Then what happened? He got promotion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given himself to him. It's different. It's a different situation now, not the same situation. The scriptures has given many qualities to see pure devotee. So many. Vacho begam, Manasakroda begam, Jiva begam, Udara upasta begam. This is one. But the Mayavadis also have these qualities. They have the qualities, even better than us. Externally, they are more sattvic than us. You will never hear a Mayavadi use the word rascal for anybody. You are Narayan. How can I call you rascal? For proper, you call us rascals. They would never use that word. You are Narayan. Narayan. How can you be a rascal? But Prabhupada said, rascals. So you look at it externally, they are more sattvic than us. But how close are they to Krishna than Prabhupada? How close are they? They are far away. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I will kill that man. I will kill him. He's cutting my body into pieces. I will kill him. I have already placed leprosy in his body. But still he didn't realize it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is shouting. The teacher of Trinapi Sunichana. I will kill him. I have placed leprosy in his body. He Prakasanana Saraswati is shouting at. But did he shout on Prabhupada? Chaitanya was shouting on Prabhupada? Oh, he's hugging my lovable son who is spreading my glories everywhere. Well done. Shook hands. Well done. Yes. So externally we will not also see, even with the scripture, you will not also see. Follow what the scripture describes, you also make big mistake. What's the best way to know a pure devotee without mistake? You should be a devotee. If you're a devotee, Krishna will show you who is a pure devotee. If you're not a devotee, Krishna will never show you. You can read your scriptures and speak it as you like, but you will never know who is a pure devotee. Be a devotee. Not necessarily being a pure devotee, but be a good devotee. Krishna will show you a pure devotee. Naturally, easily. The super soul is sitting here. He's the one who will tell us, see. Go here. If you're a pure devotee, by hearing, you will know who's a pure devotee. I've told devotee many times, nobody can cheat me. Nobody. You can speak your philosophy, you can do whatever you want to do. Narrate Christian pastime to the extreme. If you're a cheater, I will know. You cannot cheat me. Nobody. It is clear, very, very clear, open, very clear. Just like if you know how to read. If you take a book, is there any difficulty? You read because you know how to read. If you don't know how to read, you can put a telling of whatever. You know, see only one word inside. Let us be a sincere devotee. Christian will show us who is a devotee, who is a pure devotee. Christian will show. Material example. Material example. A person who smokes, if he comes here, he will know any one of us who is smoking without introduction. Is it not? Without introduction, you will know. Immediately they become friends. Immediately. Those who are into breaking illicit sex, who are into illicit sex breaking, the moment they see each other, they will know, this is my friend. My friend. Without introduction. Yes. Similarly, if you are a sincere devotee, Krishna will show you who is a devotee, who is a pure devotee. Krishna will show you. No mistakes. Go with this person. Right?
Maharaj, there's two ways to see this case of Damodara Pandit pastimes. Although he's correcting, we can see also out of love he's correcting. Suppose father and son is there, and suppose, example, if father is driving, the father is apparently dozing, so son can correct like that, touch the body. Similar way, as well as somebody may have on an evidence completely, and he sees like that, apparently some mistake is there, and he may not correct. So how to see these things, as well as Lord Chaitanya also says, only out of so many devotees, Damodar Pandit is the one person, he loves me so much, he doesn't have fear.
That is the humility of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Damodar Pandit loves me so much. That is his humility. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a sannyasi, but what kind of sannyasi? He is a supreme personality of Godhead. So what mistake will you make? Even if you have love for somebody, you should be careful that we can also make mistakes. We care for somebody, we can make mistake. A doctor cares for a patient who is in pain, is suffering so much in pain. Oh, the pain is too much. Give injection to die so you will be free from pain. You have committed murder. That's dangerous. It's a murder. Not love, not care. You have killed a person. So we should be careful how we express our love to somebody. Yeah, it is true that we should not be blind followers. That is very clear. We shouldn't be blind followers. It's better for us to be in a higher position to be able to know when to correct somebody. Otherwise, it will make a lot of offenses. Right?
You said that community suffers when a husband mistreats his wife,
Yes.
or vice versa. So can you please elaborate in detail in what ways the community suffers?
A community is a unit. Not separate. It's a unit. For example, if I fight somebody now, people are going to say, Hare Krishna people are fighting. They will not say one neophyte person is fighting. Hare Krishna people, I don't like them. They always fight. I saw them that day. They were fighting like anything. Right? So it is spread for everybody. Everybody will suffer for it. And if you do something good, they say, "Oh, these Hare Krishna people are very nice." Not all are nice. They say, "Oh, they're very nice. I went to the temple. Oh, I cannot forget it." Right? It is one person who did that, not everybody. But it will be shared.
Gurudev, you mentioned that a devotee who mistreats another devotee is divorced from fortune.
Yes.
But like if you take an like example, like we have seen that there are some section of devotee that mistreats devotee, and the devotee that has been mistreated leaves the moment.
Yes.
So externally it seems like the one that has been mistreated, nothing has happened to them. Instead, the one who has been mistreated has left the moment, so it's misfortune for them instead.
So a devotee who has been mistreated and has left the temple, it will be looked upon as misfortune. And the person who mistreated the devotee is still staying there in the temple. And staying there in the temple, Krishna is giving that person a chance to accumulate more sin, so he will suffer more. He is accumulating more sin, so he will suffer more. Yes. Don't you see? Kamsa were living in a palace, and the devotee were living at the back of his house. You didn't see Mathura here? You know what happened? Kamsa is the palace. The prison house of Kamsa is at the back of his house. That is where the devotees, pure devotees, eternal, pure devotees of Krishna, they are at the back of his house. And he is sleeping on top there in a big bed, enjoying. But devotees were suffering behind there. But what happened? After some time, he was killed and devotees liberated. That's what is happening. They may think, they will think that nothing is happening. Yes, we have power. But that is illusion. And Krishna, continue to accumulate more sinful activities so that you get more suffering. And when the result will come, Kamsa was not happy. When he was killed, he was not happy. And before then, he suffered a lot. He suffered. All his demonacies were killed. All of them. He was in anxiety. When he called for, how is that? What is the name of this one? The python. What is the name? Agasura. Kamsa told him, there is a small boy in Gokul who is giving pleasure to them, but he gave me terrible anxiety. He killed your sister who screamed in pain. Please, you're my good friend. Do something. I know all the demigods are afraid of you. I know what you can do. Please, do something. Agasura said, okay. So my sister went as a witch. My brother, Baka. Let me go in a different way. Yes, I'll go as a snake. he came. Krishna also killed him. Every person comes as an all got killed. So one by one, Krishna was killing all these people. And each of them gives him pain. Because he's not hearing good news. All the bad news he's hearing every day. Then Narada Muni came to him and he said, my friend, you don't know what is happening. All your friends you send there, they're not coming back. Invite a boy to come here so you can kill him here. It's very good news. Why didn't you give me this message since? And the Muni said, yeah, that's why I came. Because I have seen none of your friends go and return back here. You see, you don't fight somebody outside. Fight somebody in your house, you win. Kamsa was very happy. He said, Narada, yes, good. Okay, arrange for Danu, Jagya, and invite the two boys. Let them come. He will crush them. First of all, elephant will crush them, will trample them to death, and then it's finished. Yes. When they came, the same thing. Every time. Elephant is only pain he was getting until he himself was killed. He was not happy. The same thing is happening with us. So we are foolishly thinking that, yes, I have power, I can mistreat people, and I remain here, enjoy my position. It is ignorance. It is ignorance. We will pay very heavily for it.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, there is one doubt that we see that whatever we are getting is because of providence. So sometimes it is seen that devotees, like they serve for like 1 or 2 years dedicatedly, but then they suffer if they want to go in fiesta or somewhere. See. But someone who is material, like planning everything good in material life, they are very stable and doing. So is it because of their karma or lack of planning, but they were doing devotion was 1 or 2 years, 3 years full, somehow they are now suffering.
Planning is good. Yes, providence is good. Planning is important. For example, a devotee is staying in a temple, but he doesn't have any tangible service he's doing in the temple. There's no reasonable service. So, if you want to get married, who is going to carry that responsibility? Huh? But if a devotee is very active in service, and he's doing a lot of things, he's very resourceful. Will you ask the person to go because you want to marry? No, you keep him because you see what he's doing. No, you stay here, don't go. Stay here. See, it requires planning. We should plan our lives very nicely. Become responsible. Then everything we want to do will become easy. If you're not responsible, everything will be difficult. Even if you have facilities, you still have problems.
In the purport, Prabhupada said, instead of being oppressive to less qualified men, one should be compassionate toward him, just to raise him to the proper standard. But usually, less qualified men means usually they have more ego. So when you try to help them in this way, they easily get offended, and it might affect
if we are correcting somebody with love in the heart, if that is the reason you care for this person, and we are correcting, it will have a positive effect. If you are correcting someone out of false ego, pride, because I'm better than you, it will also react. Because it is not only one person has ego, the other person also has ego. The ego will clash. It is the ego that is clashing, not the love. If you correct somebody, you see, Prabhupada called it rascal, but nobody reacted negatively to it. We accepted it. Yes, true, I'm a rascal. Why? His heart is free from envy. His heart is free from being judgmental. His heart is full of fatherly love for the children. So he's giving the appropriate dose for our sickness. So what we have in the mind will react in everything that we do. If we are compassionate to some people, we care for some people, even if you make mistake, it will not be taken seriously. People will see it as a mistake. But if we are diplomatic, devilishly diplomatic, and very envious, and if you do correction, it will not, people will not accept it. We should correct people with love. It will work. Even if they don't accept it at that time, later on, conscience, what he told you is correct. Yes. Sincere people will come and beg you, I'm sorry for that. Some, they will not come, but in their mind, they have repented, have they reacted negatively. They will keep it, but they knew that what you told them is correct. Yes. You should do things because we care for people, not because I'm the one here. It will react negatively. Even if you they're doing the right thing, but in the mind is full of envy and hatred and jealousy, it will react negatively. But if the heart is full of love, it will also react positively. And people will accept. When Prithu Maharaj, when he is getting into his position, and people look at his face, they look at his face, say, this king has so much love for us. You're looking at his face. So he started glorifying. He said, no, don't, I have not done anything. Well, let me do something. They didn't stop. They continued because they could see, this man, just see love he has for us. They could perceive that. This is how we should be. You see, what we have in the mind is shows. It shows. It will come out in what we do. And people can perceive it. For example, one who has no faith in Krishna, you are speaking this to people, they will not accept it. Or you are telling me something you don't have faith in. What is nonsense? They will not accept you. But if you are free, just say one word, it's a simple thing, not sophisticated thing. People accept it. And you see some people, they speak heavy philosophy, just empty, dry philosophy. Nobody will hear it. Nobody will hear it. A sincere person, just say a simple thing, people will be affected by it. That is our society. Yes, sir.
What is your comments on this matter? When disciples, they approaching for the material something things, like in the Mahabharata when Duryodhana saying in front of Brahmacharya, like you are a disciple, only with what we have mistake, and here the Yudhishthira Maharaj both separating and then lastly they fight it out. What's your opinion? Which angle we can see this situation?
Dhira,
Going to the better or how?
Dhira,
Duryodhana also crying in front of his spiritual master like a Dronacharya. So your disciples that Arjuna, Bhima, they all are in the war, he is showing them.
Yes.
Here also that Yudhishthira also showing that respecting, but still he is showing that he didn't like his type. So
Dhira was instructing his guru. He was instructing his guru. See, you are intelligent disciple. See how he's arranged everything? Can you see? You were lenient to Pandavas, but this time is war. Don't bring that leniency here. You have to give in your best. He's instructing his guru. Diplomatically, he knows the name of this Arjuna. He didn't mention it. He said, yes, the son of Draupadi. See, your enemy. This is the son of your enemy. See him? Dronacharya have not eye. He cannot see. But he's advising him. This is very dangerous. Very dangerous. The same thing he did to Bhishma. Very, very dangerous. And they were all angry with him. So he lost everything. Yudhishthira didn't do like that to his to his grandfather, to his teacher. He didn't do that. He succeeded. He won the battle. Yeah, good point. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Narhari Das.
Okay.
Gurudeva.
Brazil.
Please can Your Holiness kindly explain briefly the difference between following and imitating the highly qualified preceptor? Because sometimes we can try to do things that are beyond our capacity, and sometimes we deal with others trying to imitate the way the Acharya deal or speak to others.
Yes, imitation is when you are doing drama as Narada Muni, that is an imitation. You are acting a drama as Narada Muni, or Sukadeva Goswami, or Sutta Goswami, or Parikshit Maharaj, Narada Muni. That is imitation. But the teachings, like here, that the Muni has given the teaching here, how to transcend the threefold miseries. This is following. So we are accepting, okay, this is how I should treat a person who is higher than me. This is how I should treat a person who is my equal. I should treat a person who is my junior. So this is following. By practicing the instruction that the Muni has given to us, this is following. Hare Krishna. Okay, last question.
I had actually two questions. One of them is, what is the difference between the sufferings coming in the life of a devotee versus the sufferings coming in the life of a non-devotee? As in, is there any change in consciousness, or Krishna's reciprocation is different in these two cases?
Very good. A devotee who is keeping four regulative principles, chanting minimum 16 rounds, has a fixed service for Krishna. All the difficulties that devotee will pass through is arranged by Krishna. That's Krishna's arrangement to purify the devotee. It may look the same. See, this one is suffering, this one is suffering. We have the same disease. Yes, but not the same situation. Just like a poor man's son is standing at the bus stop, and a rich man's son is standing at the bus stop. Both, the rich man's son and the poor man's son, both of them are waiting at the bus stop. Their situation is not the same. The car is coming very soon to take the boy of a rich man, but the poor man's child, he will hang there for hours. So the situation is not the same. Although you may see two of them at the bus stop there, but very soon, the big man's son is going to leave there. The father sent the car. The poor man's son is going to hang there for a long time until the public bus comes there. So the situation is different. So a devotee who is properly fixed in Krishna consciousness, the difficulties are arranged by Krishna. And a non-devotee, our difficulties are arranged by Durga. Not the same thing.
Even though the devotee is struggling to keep to the things, but is striving, still it is Krishna's mercy or it is a punishment for our wisdom?
It is Krishna's arranging for the devotee to get purified and come to him. That's purification. It is purification. They are not the same. Externally, they look the same, but in reality, they are different. Krishna is handling and Durga is handling. They are not the same. Therefore, devotees should be careful not to interfere with Krishna's arrangement to help us. Should be careful. Don't disturb Krishna's arrangement for helping us by how we react to it. Oh, why am I suffering like this? See, when I was not a devotee, I was not like this. Why have I taken to Krishna because I'm feeling like this? That is ungratefulness. Ungratefulness. I should be happy that Krishna is taking away my load, all the load I'm carrying. Krishna is trashing them out so I can become free. So you should be happy. Just like when you get oppression, you should be happy. The pain the doctor cares will soon go. I will get a good health. So you should be happy.
My second question. Text 33 translation, it has been said that one should try to keep himself satisfied in any condition of life.
Yes.
My question was, because sometimes we are trying to follow a process. For example, I thought I will wake up at this time and then I will do my morning activities, and then so I planned everything in a way. But I wake up late and then I'm in a patch-up setup. Everything I'm doing is just patch-up. Even if I'm doing weekly worship, I'm thinking, oh, I have to do the next activity. So I'm not satisfied.
The determination is not strong. The problem is the determination. And why the determination is not strong? We are not fully convinced about the goal. We may theoretically hear. That's a different thing. And we are confusing hearing theoretically the goal to be that we have known the goal. That is a big mistake I've seen we are making. To hear about something, it does not necessarily mean that we have believed it, we have accepted it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, Durudaiva, misfortune. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he gave a heavy purport on this. He divided it into 4 and subheadings. As of the 4, they have subheadings. Tattva Vibrahma is the first one. Tattva Vibrahma. we don't know who is Krishna in reality. We don't know who we are in reality. We don't know relationship between us in reality. We don't know it. And I give an example. One who knows it in reality, our approach, our attitude towards Krishna consciousness will be different. See Haridas Thakura, see this, see Goswami, see Prabhupada. What is keeping them on and on and on and on despite the serious challenges they have? What is keeping them? They have serious challenges, but what is keeping them? They know the goal in truth. We theoretically hear them. Theoretically we hear. But don't think that we have realized it. That is the difference. But when we have realized this, our action will be different. We'll act differently. One friend, he told me, see, if I see money, let me see that this is money. And security guard that day with gun to shoot, I will go for that money. Do you understand? You understand? He's not joking. They are not just sitting there sleeping. They're ready to shoot. And I know, I'm very sure they will shoot, but I will go for that money. He's telling us his determination to get money. That's the level of his determination. Is that our level in Christian consciousness? And a little thing we are push off. Oh, why this? So that's the problem. The determination is not strong. Our knowledge is not strong. Our faith is not strong. Those who have this, you see their life is different. You see their life completely is different, completely. Their progress in Christian consciousness is very rapid. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Ekadasi Brata ki jai.